What's going on, guys? I'm as always Mr. Grimreaper with the one and only Dark Knight 987, and welcome everybody. I'm gonna put you over here. Hold on, over here near the mic. But anyway, I'm Mr. Grimreaper with the one and only Dark Knight 987, and welcome to episode 13 of the Red Alert podcast. Tonight we have 4 topics on the docket to discuss. One of them is going to be WWE's so-called apology to Zelina Vega. Why? I call bullshit. Be honest. I'll tell you why here in a minute. And then also, tonight we're going to talk about the rumors of a new Dead Space game. Is there a new Dead Space game coming to consoles? Or is it just a remake or a reboot that they're going to do? Which I hope it's not.
Yeah.
Also, many of you may not know who she is, but she is a runner. She is a runner. Her name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Recently, she got in trouble for a positive drug test of marijuana. We're going to tell you why this is fucking stupid and why it's bullshit. That she's going to get in trouble for marijuana. A drug that's supposed to be legal. A drug that's legal in some states. And why it's dumb, to be honest, that she's going to get in trouble for that. That she's going to get disqualified for that. Also, I'm going to give you guys my... I have a theory about the recent episode of Loki, episode 4. And there's going to be some spoilers, because I don't want to spoil it too much. There's going to be some spoilers when I talk about that. Why I think Agent Mobius is still alive. He's not dead. There's no way he's dead. But we're going to talk about that here in a little while, so... First things first on the docket is this little bullshit. Zelina Vega, of course, you know, WWE superstar Zelina Vega, which I hate gay wrestling entertainment anyway. It's stupid. WWE, recently, she made her return back to WWE, which I don't know why. I think it's fucking stupid for her to go back to a company that screwed her in the first place. She recently came back to WWE. I think it was on SmackDown, if I remember correctly. I don't watch WWE anymore. I think it's stupid, but... she apparently, according to this, according to WrestleView, there were those within WWE who felt Zelina Vega should have not been released. No shit.
Yeah.
It is also being said that WWE executive apologized to Vega and made her an offer to return to the company. The same reports, that both sides made amends, came to a compromise. Vega made a surprise return during Friday's episode of SmackDown on Fox. Vega's release last November came after her issues with WWE superstars using third-party platforms such as Twitch and YouTube. Vega had an OnlyFans account that she wanted to keep active. However, her release from WWE was due to breach of contract, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Because there was no breach of fucking contract. Vince, you fucking know that for a fucking fact, you piece of shit. But you still fucking fired her anyway, but whatever. There has also been reports today that Vega had deleted her I Support Unionization Twitter posts, which she did very soon following her release from WWE. Vega said during Friday's episode of SmackDown that she was going to enter the SmackDown Women's Money in the Bank ladder match or whatever the crap that is.
Yep.
And she would win it. She now joins us: Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Carmella, and 2 WWE SmackDown Women's Superstars to be determined. All right, whatever. But first things first, let me tell you why I call bullshit on this. Because apparently, allegedly, they said, allegedly, which could be a huge sign that all this is bullshit. That she would come back to WWE after WWE screwed her because she had a third party platform that she uses. I want to talk about this first. I want to talk about this because WWE superstars have been people have been screwed. Vince has been screwing his own fucking superstars for using third-party platforms such as Twitch or YouTube. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Vince is fucking stupid. And then not to mention, here's the thing that gets me too. You know the releases from WWE. Both me and Knight know this for a fucking fact. Everybody knows that the fucking Titanic is sinking. That's why WWE is releasing all these wrestlers. That's why WWE has also released some of its staff. Because, and then also, I want to, while we're on the subject of WWE, a while back, and I even told Knight about this, I've been wanting to do a podcast about this shit for a long time. I've been wanting to do a rant on WWE's bullshit for a long fucking time. They got a comedy writer who has no clue what the fuck wrestling is. They got a comedy writer who had no fucking idea what the fuck wrestling is to fucking write for WWE. And this dumb fucking retard doesn't know the fucking, doesn't even know who the WWE champion is.
No.
And she's a fucking moron. And then I heard too, they fired her ass already. They fired her ass already. Because WWE, since this bullshit company turned PG in 2009, it's been crap. Every step of the fucking way. It's been fucking crap. Both me and Knight fucking know it. Right, dude?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna let Knight speak his piece. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. See, what that makes sense to me, is the fact that they release people, but yet they're bringing people back. So, for example, they released Samoa Joe. Then they're bringing it back in NXT. Now there's Zelina Vega. They end up releasing her. And they bring her back to SmackDown. I don't know what WWE's trying to prove. I don't know what is going through their minds. But how come is that? You release somebody and you bring them back.
Because they're dumb. Because they're fucking dumb. These WWE, dude. I'm sorry for cutting in,
go ahead.
but I want to speak. I want to speak on this real quick. WWE has been known for making stupid fucking decisions a long time. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I'm fighting a cough right now. But WWE has been known for making dumb, fucking, stupid decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, it's not, for lack of trying. They know, Vince knows for a fucking fact that the product sucks.
Yep.
But still, the old dumbass doesn't want to do nothing about it because he's trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
The dumbass doesn't want to do shit about it. And it pisses me off to no ends. First things first. They have gimmick ass pay-per-views that are dumb and fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Hell in a Cell is one of them. And I want to talk about
Yes.
that for a minute.
Oh,
Hell in
yeah.
a Cell, back in the old days, used to fucking mean something. It used to mean something. It doesn't mean shit any fucking more. When you keep using the fucking cell, not to mention they changed the color of the fucking cell.
Yeah.
They
Red.
changed it to red. And then not to mention too, they have every fucking match Hell in a Cell. They have women's matches Hell in a Cell. They have, and then that. Oh, let's talk about the women's revolution, shall we?
Oh yeah, that too.
This is bullshit. The women's revolution crap going on in WWE is all bullshit. You know why? Because if they really cared about the female wrestlers in their fucking company, they would have. These women are not. There's no women's revolution. It's all bullshit. These women you speak of were known as WWE divas.
Yeah.
That's what they were known as. You talk about bringing in all this bullshit about fucking this it, and plus the women's matches that I've been seeing recently on WWE have been stupid as fuck.
Yep.
It's been dumb and stupid. Don't sit there and say, "Oh, this is all about women's equality and stuff like that." Blah blah blah. Shut up. Shut up. No, it's not. Y'all are trying to make a buck out of this crap. You're trying to cater to fucking children when WWE is not meant for kids. WWE is not meant for kids.
No question.
Why are you making it PG when it's not meant for kids? There's a lot of I can tell you a shitload of problems WWE has. But we'll be here all fucking night. We'll be here all fucking night. And I don't have the time. But I can tell you a shitload of problems that are going on right now in WWE.
Yeah.
Shitloads. But I don't want to sit here all fucking night doing that.
Wait.
These, and then not to mention, there's only a couple of good companies right now, good wrestling companies, that are even worth watching. Like AEW, that's one of them.
Yes.
Impact Wrestling.
No.
fucking CZW.
New Japan Pro.
New Japan, yeah. There's other companies that are good and better than WWE.
Exactly.
And for Zelina Vega to come back after WWE made her life fucking miserable, it's saying something. If they brought her back, if they brought her back, that means something else is at play. And for her to come back to a company that screwed her, I don't understand why. I don't. I really fucking don't. But all the WWE marks are gonna fucking say, oh, the reason why she's back is because of this, it's because of that. I don't fucking give a shit. WWE are full of shit, and they will always be full of shit. I'm sick and tired of this stupid fucking company. Every fucking time WWE is mentioned, it's a pain in the ass. I'm sick of gay wrestling entertainment. I'm tired of it. It is stupid. It is dumb. I'd rather watch WCW or ECW than watch this bullshit. Or any other company than watch this crap. So, do you have anything to say, man, before we move on to the next thing?
Well, I was going to very quickly say that Grim is right. It's crap. It's crap. I don't care what anybody else says, but that's the truth, and you know it. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that subject. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing.
Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about, because I don't want to talk about WWE all fucking night, and I really don't give two shits or a monkey's ass about it, really, is the Dead Space rumors. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I was gonna why I wanted to talk about this, because I've been a fan of Dead Space for a long time. I've played all 3 games since the very first game. And here's why I think, and this is why I think. So I heard rumors of a new game being put out by EA, Electronic Arts, and apparently, come to find out, I don't want. The problem I have with this, the problem I have with a remake, is that they're probably going to get it wrong. And I'm scared that I'm hoping that this isn't a remake. Well, according to this, apparently I guess that's what it's going. That's what it is. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to VideoGamesChronicle.com, Dead Space 4 is reportedly a full remake inspired by the recent Resident Evil games. EA's unannounced Dead Space game is reportedly a full-fledged remake inspired by Capcom's recent Resident Evil games. That's according to a new report on GamesBeat, which corroborates Gematsu's earlier claims that a new sci-fi horror installment is in development at EA's Motive Studios. The new report claims that for its Dead Space reboot, Motive is taking notes from Capcom's recent Resident Evil remakes. Quote, like Resident Evil 2 remake, expect the next Dead Space to use the original game as a strong foundation, but it should also have modern visuals and will likely bring in new gameplay mechanic inspired by other entries from the franchise, the publication claims. Speaking of Capcom, it is likely a major reason a new Dead Space is happening. While EA has its horror franchise Wither, the Resident Evil series is larger than ever, and Capcom has provided an easy blueprint for EA to follow. It's claimed that EA has warmed to the idea of producing another single-player game after the recent success of Respawn's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I've never played. I have never played that game. I heard it's good, but I haven't played it. EA said in July 2020 that Jedi Fallen Order game had surpassed 10 million unique players last month and released updated figures, claiming that the game has now been played by over 20 million people across all consoles, platforms, and subscription services. The Dead Space series first released in 2008 and has not seen a new installment since 2013's Dead Space 3. The series developer Visceral Games was closed by EA in 2017. Following the closure of Visceral, many of Dead Space senior developers formed a new PUBG Corporation development studio called Striking Distance in 2019. Speculation around a potential new Dead Space game increased on Thursday after it was noticed that the game's official YouTube channel was recently updated for the first time in nearly over a decade. So here's my thoughts on this. If this is true, and if this is a remake of the game, please stick to the original story. Don't screw around. Stick to the original story. Don't make I would rather, to be honest, if I had it my way, I would love for a new Dead Space game. I would like to see the events of Dead Space 3. What happened after the events of Dead Space 3 finally come to fruition.
Yes.
Because even in the DLC that we played for Dead Space 3, we never got an answer. We never got an answer. And of course, if you do remember the events of Dead Space 3, the last time we saw Isaac, hold on real quick. The last time we saw Isaac, let's see here. Let's see if I can try to find this. Here it is right here. Okay. Okay, so Isaac and Ellie were on the run. Isaac and Ellie were on the run. And according to and we met a new guy. We were introduced to a new character in the story. By the end of the DLC Awakened, Dead Space Awakened, spoilers by the way, Carver and Isaac were left Carver and Isaac were trying to make it to Earth. We're trying to make it back to Earth. And and what happened is that these moons crashed into crashes into the Terra Nova, which I think is the ship that they're on. And we don't know what happened after that. We don't know what happened to Isaac or Carver after that. I'm hoping that they tell us that if they do remake the games, please make Dead Space 4. Because I'm hoping after you remake Dead Space 3, please make Dead Space 4. Because we need an answer to what happened to Carver. We need an answer to what happened to Isaac after the events of Awakened.
Yeah.
And so, but what do you think about this? Do you think this is a good idea?
Well, I'm agreeing with what you said about the need of Part 4. Now, you're probably asking, what, this guy actually knows about Dead Space? Yes, I do, because it was Grim here. It was Grim who owns that game. And I actually played all 3 games. And I followed the story. So It would be nice to have a Part 4 to continuation, because I wanted to see what happens at the events of Dead Space 3. And, of course, I didn't know about that DLC that he was talking about, of course. But I would love to see that. So, I mean, yeah, if you're going to do... if they're gonna do a remake, I hope they don't. Like Glenn said, they don't screw it up. I hope they stick to the story. They don't change it. But yeah, I would love to see a 4th installment, or like maybe the final chapter of the last bit of events what happens, stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it would be a good idea, but as long as they can stick with it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to see that, really.
Yeah, so I think this is what I think. If you make Dead Space 4, this is what I think. You should make it after the events of Awakened. Because Awakened is the DLC that happened right after the events, right out like it comes right after Dead Space 3.
Gotcha.
Awaken happens right after Isaac. Right after Ellie goes to Earth. Ellie gets on a ship after the events of Dead Space 3. She gets on a ship and she goes to Earth. There's a post-credit scene of Isaac calling out to Ellie, which goes right into Awaken. And after the events of Awaken, Isaac and Carver are still on that fucking ship. They're still on that ship. We don't know where. We don't know what is going on. We don't know what happened to them after the events of Awakened. They're on the Terra Nova, and what I think that should happen is that if you remake the game, keep the events of Awakened in mind for when you make Dead Space 4. Because if you make Dead Space 4, we'll finally get the answer we've been looking for. Did they survive getting hit by one of the Brethren moons? And did they make it? Did they make it to Earth?
Yeah.
It's been so damn long since Dead Space 3. That game was 2000. That game came out in 2013. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
What, 8 years ago?
8 years ago. We have for 8 fucking years. We never learned what happened to Isaac.
Exactly.
You need to give us a fucking answer.
Oh, yeah.
EA needs to finally give us a fucking answer. Did Isaac and Carver survive in the Terra Nova?
Oh, yeah.
8 years ago. And what happened? And what happened? What happened to Ellie after the events of Dead Space 3?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's a good idea, but, you know,
Yeah.
that's just me.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? So, but but we're gonna move on to another. We're gonna move on to another topic here. To our third topic. By the way, if you guys want to look at the topics, they're gonna be in the description down below.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So, okay, hold on real quick. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. Okay, so for everyone who don't know who this girl is, Sha'Carri Richardson is a black American sprinter who has been she was according to what we know, she tested positive for having marijuana in her system by the U.S. ADA, and according to the New York Times, if I can get this to fucking stay on, American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson, who was set for a star turn at the Tokyo Olympics. Hold on real quick. This fucking shit keeps coming up. Hold on. Could miss the games after testing positive for marijuana. Richardson, 21, won the women's 100-meter race at the U.S. track and field. Hold on. And trials in Oregon last month, but her positive test automatically invalidated her result in the marquee, and blah 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 blah. Okay, y'all guys you can probably read if you have the New York Times and stuff, you can probably read it, understand what we're talking about. But I want to talk about this because I want to talk about the reason why this is so fucking stupid. This woman is a track star who, and people have come out. Let's see here. People have come out and said that she was that she shouldn't have never gotten in trouble to begin with. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all guys another. I'm gonna give y'all guys another one because I don't think that one's gonna work. Let me see. Hold on, real quick. Let me fix this. I found a better. I found a better art. I found a better one that we can use here. Okay, so according to NBC News, actually, U.S. track sensation Sha'Carri Richardson, who punched her ticket to the Tokyo Games after winning the women's 100-meter race last month, has been suspended for 1 month after testing positive for THC, the chemical in cannabis. Richardson failed a drug test following her Olympic qualifying 100-meter race victory at the U.S. Olympic Track and Field Trials in Eugene, Oregon on June 19th, according to the USAADA. The USADA. Richardson's competitive results obtained on June 19th, including her Olympic qualification results as at the team trials, have been disqualified, and she forfeits any medals, points, and prizes. A statement from the USADA.
Yeah.
She accepted the 1 month period of ineligibility that began on June 28th, the agency said. While the suspension takes Richardson out of running her signature event at the Tokyo Games, she may still have a chance to run the 4 by 100-meter relay. Athletes who have tested positive. Okay, let me see. Richardson also gained attention when she sprinted into the stand. Okay. She said on Today that it was a reporter who informed her of her mother. Okay, I don't know what the hell that is. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can try to find this here. Okay. Okay, so you guys are okay? You guys know the story with her.
Yes, of course.
She. A lot of people have come out against this. A lot of people have come out against this situation with her. Including actors and also fellow people who are in sports. She was positive, as I said before, the USADA, which is the the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. So one of them said one of the people that were talking about that. Seth Rogen, of course, you know he's an actor and stuff like that. He came out in defense for Sha'Carri Richardson, saying that. Let's see here. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay, so he says the notion that weed is a problematic drug is rooted in racism. It's insane that Team USA would disqualify one of this country's most talented athletes over thinking that that's rooted in hatred and something that they should be ashamed of. Also, if weed made you fast, I'd be Flojo. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people have come out in defense of her. And what I think that the US ADA are bullshit. Why? Because there are people. Because I think it has a lot to do with the color of her skin. They're trying to say that she Um,
What do you call it?
hold on real quick. Let's see if I can. You all. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my facts straight here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Um. Oh yeah. Here we go. All right. Okay. So I got another article here for you guys, and I'm gonna probably put it here. I'm gonna probably put it on uh here too, so that you guys can see this. That way, two articles. Okay, so yeah, I got another article for you guys here. So, okay, so here we go. According to this one, according to Yahoo Sports, hold on, guys. My stupid fucking computer is not. Okay, plenty of people were outraged on social media after track star Sha'Carri Richardson was suspended after she tested positive for marijuana and is now unable to run in the 100-meter dash at the Tokyo Olympics. Okay. Richardson confirmed that on the Today Show on the Friday that she ingested marijuana days before the trials. Shortly before, after learning, she learned the death of her biological mother. She also apologized to fans and sponsors. Quote, I know what I did, I know what I'm supposed to do, and what I'm allowed not to do, she said. And I still made that decision. Okay. Saki says, okay, let's see, okay, Patrick Mahomes, others slam Richardson's suspension. Even though marijuana is legal recreationally in 19 states, including the one where Richardson used it before the trials, the World Anti-Doping Agency still considers it a substance of abuse. She's not fucking abusing it. If she was... Okay, I'll talk about that here in a minute. Hold on. Naturally, Richardson's suspicion didn't sit well with many on social media after the news broke. Patrick Mahomes II said, "This is so trash. Just let her run." Okay, Alex Morgan says, "Feeling so terrible right now. Just know we are with you." Megan Rapinoe says, "This is trash. Standing with Sha'Carri. This has been outdated." And I already read y'all guys Seth Rogen's what he said about that.
Yeah.
Rohisha sorry, I can't.
Sorry, it's our man stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, some Mello says, "If it ain't crack, let her run." Julia Claire said, "What's the point of being the fastest woman in the world if you can't even smoke weed to unwind after a long day of being the fastest woman in the world?" She also says, "Also, didn't her mother just die? Like, give this woman a pass." Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people are pissed right now, and I don't blame them for being pissed. Yeah, okay, Rex Chapman said, I'm going to read his comment. So Sha'Carri Richardson should just follow the rules after finding out her biological mother had just died. but the folks who attacked the nation's capital following a free and fair election should be allowed to escape without investigation. Okay, got it. I agree. I agree. Okay, so here's the deal that I want to talk about. Sha'Carri Richardson didn't do nothing wrong. She did not do nothing wrong whatsoever. All she did was just smoke a little bit to help her relax, help her unwind.
Yeah.
And, plus, her mother just passed away. So, and she's going through a lot right now. But for these people, the U.S. ADA, to say that, oh, she can't do this, she can't do that, she blah 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 blah. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri Richardson should be given another chance to do what she needs to do.
Yeah.
But what is your thoughts, man? What do you think about this situation?
Yeah, they kind of what I think is I think they kind of blew that proportion. You know, she probably she has to cope with, you know, she's coping right now with the loss of her mother. You know, when you lose your mother, you're one of your parents. You know, you've been close for all these years. You were there since you were born. They were there. You were born. They raised you. They touched you like wrong. They fed you. They made sure you were going to school. They, you know, that's what a parent does. And so she was coping with the loss of her mother because her mother died. And, you know, maybe, like Grim said, she smoked it, I don't know. But, you know, marijuana, this stuff is used recreationally, too. There's, I'm not going to try to explain it in a way, but it's used also for health, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, the marijuana helps you. Like, I'll give you a good example.
Yeah.
My dad is a type 1 diabetic who has major neuropathy, who has horrible neuropathy in all limbs in his body. He's been going through a bunch of fucking hell for years due to the neuropathy. And he has to take pain meds for this. He takes he takes drug tests every time he goes to his appointments for his pain doctor. He has to take drug tests.
Yep.
But here's the deal. He has never touched a single drug in his fucking life. He has never touched a single drug. He is not abusing his medicines. He is taking them as it should be.
Prescribed, yes.
My dad used to smoke marijuana to help with pain because it would help relieve some of the pain that he was going through. That's what I think is going on with this woman here. With this woman here. She is in pain. She's going through a living hell right now.
Yeah.
And for you dumbass motherfuckers that are saying, oh, she deserves everything she gets. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. It's all bullshit, to really be honest, when you really think about it. It's all bullshit. But,
It is.
But yeah, I think she should be given another chance.
Exactly.
I really believe that she should be given another chance, but I don't know. What do y'all guys think in the comments? Let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think about that. But right now we're gonna move on to our last and final topic. We're gonna talk about the recent episode of Loki. That happened this past Wednesday. So I want to talk about that. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can go back to this here. All right, so I want to talk about that. Um, let's go to here. It is the TV series. Here it is, right here. All right. So we are going to talk about the recent episode of Loki, and I wanted to wait till we. I wanted to wait till we. Till we talk about the whole season as a whole, but I could not wait. I could not wait to. I could not wait to talk about this episode because I wanted to. I wanted to talk about this episode for the sure fact of why I think Agent Mobius, who is played by Owen Wilson, is not dead. Okay, so now if you guys don't know what's going on, if you guys don't know what's going on right now in Loki and Agent Mobius have been trying to track down a variant by the name of Sylvie. And I told you bastards who Sylvie was. She's one of two enchantresses. She's not Loki. She's not Lady Loki. She's Enchantress. The Marvel Enchantress. So what happens in episode 4 is that Mobius is what we think is they have these sticks with this that if you get touched by one of them you disappear, you evaporate, or as they call it, pruning. So here's why I think Mobius is alive in an episode, and we don't know just yet what's going to happen until this Wednesday, until episode 5 coming up on Wednesday. But here's my deal, and there's going to be some spoilers in this too. Agent Mobius is alive. Agent Mobius is alive due to the fact that in the credit scenes, there's a mid-credit scene. Loki was also pruned as well from that weapon that they had, that the TVA had. We thought that Loki died, but Loki is somewhere fucking else. Loki shows up in a post-apocalyptic New York City with other Loki variants. That's what happens in the mid-credit scene. So what I think is that Mobius is somewhere. He is somewhere in the timeline. That he is somewhere in an apocalypse somewhere. That's where he got sent to. That's what I think. That's my theory. Is that he is somewhere. He was sent somewhere. He's still alive. He's not dead. He's still alive. He was sent somewhere. Where, I have no idea. We won't know until episode 5. But what do you think, dude? Do you? I know you've never seen the show before. But what do you think? Do you think that he is? Do you think that he's dead, or do you think that he's alive? What do you think?
Who?
Mobius.
I got a feeling he's alive. Something's got to happen. I got that feeling.
Yeah, because Loki was sent to New York, which tells me he was sent to an apocalyptic New York, which tells me that if Loki is still alive, Mobius is still alive.
Yes.
and he's somewhere in the timeline.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Gotta be. Yeah. Something's gotta give. I bet during the next episode something's gonna happen. He's still gonna see that he's still alive. Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give.
yeah, so let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Mobius was sent somewhere? Do you think that Mobius was sent somewhere in the timeline? But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below and all that stuff. And stuff like that. And stuff like that. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for. That's gonna be just about it for me and Night tonight and stuff like that. Thank you for watching this episode of the Red Alert Podcast. We'll probably do more of these soon. And stuff like that. But for right now, we're gonna call it a day. And yeah, so yeah, I'm Mr. Ground 2 with Dark 987.
Yep.
And we'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace.